All right, it's time for that moment when Nightly Manor Embers review. Yeah, so just a very quick episode. I might end up doing one more today, just because I can. But essentially, I watched Embers. I had not seen Embers in a while, and I wanted to rewatch it. It's not a ton of like, at least from what I was seeing, it's more of kind of three kind of major bits that kind of add into the rest of the quote unquote lore that at least that I have noticed. Again, there are probably things that people have noticed. Again, I didn't notice necessarily the dialogue with the ring thing. That was something someone else brought up, and my brain went, "Oh, that makes sense." I was like, "That seems odd." Oh, but so again, I'm not the smartest person, but more so just of what I noticed, we have it that Sketchpad is from uh, probably somewhere else. He's kind of in this like area that's like kind of impounded. It almost looks like, and people were saying that he might be from somewhere with a recovery center with how the kind of explosion looked, which actually does make sense because, and it's funny because that's like specifically my brain went, especially with the forest, went back to BFDIA like 5 and 4, um, or I guess it is BFDIA 5 kind of era. I think 5C specifically, 5C or 5D or 5E. Geez, I don't remember. Point is, specifically them having that massive HPRC or HPHPRC where they're like cranking the recovery to create a recovery center, and then it blows up, but it doesn't blow up. It kind of just vanishes, um, or whatever. And I was thinking, oh yeah, it's like that. So people were saying, oh, maybe Sketchpad is from a place that actually has recovery centers, and therefore that's why he's trying to make one. But I don't know. Maybe that's where he got the idea from it, and it's very plausible he's from some alternate reality thing in the same way that Circle is um for one, which again is also one of the many reasons why one is just such a perfect show for me, right? But anyway, it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, you have a character who's potentially a crossover character, right? And apparently they might be in other things. I again, I'm not the most well versed on that many OSC shows, so a lot of times it's more me picking up stuff. Um, but yeah, anyway, big thing with this specific video was you have again direct confirmation of Ring's mom dying, which does matter because again, there she was like, this building was my mom's blood, sweat, and tears. So of course she kills the people who burn it down, like presumably, right? Um, there's like that tree with the basketball card. So like very clearly, it's like okay, she loved her mom. Mom dies. Sketchpad and speaker on the scene. Um, yeah, I don't know. Um, if I'm not mistaken, either it was that pan flute or a different one who was at the campsite is also at maybe one of the agencies or something. I don't know. It's a very strange kind of situation, but it seems that specifically Speaker met Note or Sketchpad through this specific kind of area, and that Sketchpad may be in like some sort of crossover or alien or whatever, which also makes sense given the very different animated style and all this stuff. Like there's a lot of, and again, like Sketchpad also just does not fit in really with the rest of the cast. And it might not just be comic relief. They're kind of hinting towards more than that, which I think is really cool. I think that is a very interesting way to do that. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I genuinely am. Uh, it's not a huge thing. I'll say also the vocals in the song were not, I think, as good as I was hoping, but they're not bad at all. It's just not necessarily um, what I would have thought of. But I guess it's a little video, it's a little music video kind of thing. is perfectly fine. In fact, I would say it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's like some people are saying it like, oh my goodness, it packs in so much and it's so incredible. And I feel like episode 6 just trumps all of it so easily that it's like, okay, whatever. But it is nice to have supplementally. And again, it really makes it seem like Ring definitely is the murderer. And it's like, oops, oop. Or at least, kind of put the plan into action. But case is closed, whatever. It'll probably never get solved. And Ring is dead anyway. So, yeah. Anyway, it's a very interesting kind of just little video. So I wanted to quickly review it. And that moment when, I don't know the next time I'm going to be able to do a non-BFDI OSC thing, but maybe I will. We'll see.